We just want to talk, like, have a little interview before we go. First of all, please introduce yourself, your name, your age, where you come from. Yeah, just like, go ahead.
My name is Rabbi Dovid Feldman. I'm with Neture Karte International, www.mkusa.org. I'm here now is Saturday evening, Saturday night in the AMP convention here in Chicago. This convention is very important, speaking about Palestine, raising the awareness about Palestine, especially now after this 14 months of genocide in Gaza. This is crucially important to speak about the topic. It was enlightening to listen to guest speakers that spoke here, first-hand accounts of what is happening in Gaza. We as Jewish people find ourselves even way more obligated to do and to speak on the subject because, unfortunately, sadly, all of this is being done supposedly in our name. Our religion, the Jewish religion, is being misused to justify all these crimes. This is an embarrassment to our people, a desecration of the Jewish religion. We are here and we are out in the world, basically, to explain to people that Judaism and Zionism is not the same. Judaism is a religion only, no politics to it, versus Zionism, which is a purely political movement. The state of Israel in no way represents world Jewry, and certainly is not condoned in the Jewish religion. We have to condemn what is going on. If we are seeing crimes taking place, we have to condemn it, we have to stop it. And this is not anti-Semitism. This is justice. This is a Jewish value. This is a just cause. We have to speak up against what is taking place because we as human beings should never tolerate when we are seeing this genocide going on. And we as Jewish people say that it's not only the Palestinian people suffering. This is an endless cycle of bloodshed where everyone involved is suffering. This has to stop. This has to stop in its entirety.
Okay, so a question for you. We see the Israeli government, they always justify their crimes in Gaza or in Palestine in general. With them, they go and they say, like, the Holocaust happened to us. So what would you say to that?
Well, yes, Holocaust happened. It is my family that suffered in the Holocaust. And that's why I don't want to see this happen to anyone. This shouldn't happen to anyone. We should never allow oppression, killing, mass murder of anyone. And let me tell you this. The Zionists are claiming because of the Holocaust they need a security. To begin with, the state of Israel is not a security for the Jewish people, it's a danger for the Jewish people. Because Israel is today the most dangerous place for the Jews. But even if it would have been the benefit of the Jewish people, why in the world should we inflict suffering on others because we need security? This is wrong, this is dangerous, and this is bad.
Okay, so a question for you about the Holocaust also. Is there anything different between the Nazis and the Israeli government, or would you say they're the same, or like, what would you say about that?
Well, unfortunately, what happened in the Holocaust is terrible. So many Jewish people suffered in this terribly ridiculous way. And when we are seeing what is happening now in Gaza, when we are seeing what is happening in Palestine for the past over 76 years, this is disturbing every human being, every right-minded person, because this is unacceptable. This is a genocide in front of our eyes, and unfortunately so many people are blinded and just don't see it. This is ridiculous.
Okay, also the last question is about Theodor Herzl. What do you think about him? How do you think the way he started the movement, the Zionism, was it the right way, or how did he play with the Judaism to put it into the Zionism so he can go take over Palestine? If you can tell us a little bit more about your side of history, like what do you think and what do you know?
Zionism, to begin with, is not a religious concept at all. It's not only not religious, it is the total contrast of what Judaism is. Judaism is a religion, no politics to it. Zionism is a purely political movement, which is forbidden in Judaism. To begin with, killing, stealing, oppressing an entire people, occupying another's land, all of this is not only criminal according to international, these are crimes in Judaism. But even before all of these crimes, even once upon a time when people still believed that slogan, a land without a people for the people without a land, this was supposedly supposed to be this beautiful, peaceful a land for everyone, and this is how people believed. Even in those days, the religious leadership opposed the movement of Zionism because in its foundation, it is in total contrast to the very basics of Judaism. There is a concept of Jewish exile. We believe this is a divine decree. This is basic Judaism. We trust God and we accept the will of God, whether it is comfortable or it isn't. We are forbidden to end the Jewish exile by any physical means. We are waiting for an ultimate redemption, a messianic redemption, which is going to happen by God Himself with no human intervention. This is what we are waiting for. This movement of Zionism is a heretical movement, which is ignoring God, ignoring everything spiritual in Judaism, uprooting spirituality from Judaism, replacing it with a national movement of Zionism. No wonder that the philosophy of Zionism, which is so contrary to Judaism, this was not invented in the minds of some religious scholars. This was invented only in the mind of Theodor Herzl, who was not only secular, he was so far away from Judaism. He hated God and hated his religion. These people, and only these people, could have come up with a philosophy which is so contrary, so foreign to Jewish tradition and to the Jewish belief. And unfortunately, yes, they did manage to confuse the masses, including so many Jewish people, to think and believe that what we are seeing today is the representation of a thousands-of-year-old religion. This is embarrassing. This is ridiculous. We are talking about a religion of thousands of years, which is basically the belief in God, the practice of His commandments, kindness and justice, nothing close to what the movement of Zionism presents to us.
Okay, I'm sorry I said that was the last question, but I have one more question.
Please.
Are you taking all these questions by yourself and you're not?
I mean, you
Go
can
ahead. Go ahead.
you
No,
can
I'm
ask
just
you can
kidding.
ask whatever you
I'm
want
just
after.
kidding. Go ahead.
That's
Go
the
ahead.
last question, I promise you.
No, you're
Okay,
okay.
so the Israeli government say if there's no resistance, the killing would not exist. While the other side of the Palestinians, they say that they were living peacefully with the Jewish community and the Christian community. That was before the 1948, before the occupation. So which side is the right side, in your opinion?
We must go back to old history. We cannot start the story today, yesterday, or on October 7th.
That is right.
Nothing started on October 7th. October 7th was the new chapter in this long history. Nobody is happy when any reaction is taking place. Nobody is happy when any reaction is taking place. When we are witnessing bloodshed in any part of the world, it disturbs every human being. We don't want to see bloodshed. We want to see peace and security for all. But we have to understand, Israel is nothing about self-defense. They are offensive from the day they started. They started with an offensive approach, which is a violation of Judaism, a rebellion against God, and so many crimes against the indigenous population of Palestine. This is wrong from the very beginning. This has to stop. If we truly are concerned for a better future for everyone, if we truly want to see peace and security for everyone, we have to stop the root cause to all what is happening. The cause to what's going on is not the difference of religions. We had differences of religions for the longest time, and we lived in peace before the 1920s, before the Zionist provocation came in. It is the occupation of Palestine, which is unfortunately destroying everyone. This occupation has to stop. It has to stop in its entirety. Not only for the sake of the Palestinians who deserve freedom, for the sake of the Jewish people who deserve safety and security. We need peace for all. We need safety and security for all. We need to end this endless cycle of bloodshed.
That's it. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you and talking to you. We'll see you more. We saw you in Dallas and now we're here in Chicago. I wonder where the next meeting is going to be. You have a good night.
Forward.
Nice to see you, everyone.
Sure.
No, I wasn't trying. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to interrupt you, but you said the root cause of the what's going on now. So can you tell me what exactly those root cause?
Well, the root cause of all this bloodshed that we are seeing in front of our eyes already, not only for 1 year, but going back already for 76 years, is the occupation of Palestine. We have an indigenous population that lived in Palestine, and this outside movement of Zionism came in, provocated the residents of the country and unfortunately led into this bloody conflict. This is dangerous to all, and this occupation needs to stop, because unless this occupation stops, unfortunately, actions and reactions continue and go in a cycle, which is not in favor of anyone.
Okay, how can we, okay, we've been talking about this like years, many years. So in your opinion, how can we, like you just said, like we can't, okay, we're like from the same blood and everything, so how can we live together in your own?
Well, we need so much information, so much education. So many people are misguided. So many people, especially here in the States, lack basic information on what's going on. We need conferences like this. AMP is doing an excellent job of bringing the information to the people, bringing such an excellent, beautiful guest speakers to help us with crucial information. We need to help others in outside communities to overcome this propaganda. Unfortunately, we here are experiencing this controlled media where they feed us whatever they choose. They want to feed us, and what they don't want they ignore, which is unfortunately getting people to wrong conclusions when they don't have the proper information. We need to do everything we can to educate the masses, to bring awareness to what is going on, to what is happening. We take for our goal to teach people that this is not Judaism. Judaism, the Jewish religion, does not allow all what's happening. This is a violation of Judaism. This is not the Jewish people. So many Jewish people are opposed to all of this. And we do everything we can to stop this propaganda tool of this anti-Semitism accusation. No, if crimes are taking place, we need to stop those crimes. If crimes in Palestine are being committed by some people from Jewish descent, it doesn't make the criticism of these crimes anti-Semitic in any way. On the contrary, we have to stop this, because this is dangerous, this is wrong, and this is not only wrong for the Palestinian people, because when Israel is acting in my name, they put me in danger. When they talk in the name of the entire Jewish community, they are the ones putting the Jewish community in danger. When they speak in the name of my religion, of Judaism, they desecrate the name of God. This has to stop.
Okay, one last question for me too. Is so we still have a chance, I feel like we still have a chance to have a peace one of these days. It's coming up, I think. What do you think?
Well, certainly we can have peace.
Right.
Before we think about the future, we must remember the past. We must remember history. In Palestine prior to the 1920s, we did live in peace. Despite any differences of religions, we can live in peace. We did live in peace, and we can live in peace in the future. We just hope to Almighty God. We pray, we do everything we can to stop this obstacle to peace. And then, as human beings, we can, as God-fearing people, we can live in peace as in the future, as in the past.
Thank you very much, David. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.